Hello, and welcome to another round of Spudventures. This week, we are back in the city of Seattle 2054 for another round of Shadowtrot. So, take it away, Digo Dragon.
Thank you, Spud. And once again, welcome, Chummers, to another exciting Shadowtrot episode. We have back for another round Wingcat as O's changeling mechanic,
And more.
AvisEcho as Nebula Flare, Kirin Solarian,
I take no responsibility for any of my actions at any given time.
GreatDinn as Icebreaker, Earth Pony Operative, TheStratovarian as Leith, changeling mystic,
Dream on, good souls. Dream on.
DreadPriest as Nivix, unicorn biohacker,
Everybody's going on a trip!
and Xencarn as himself.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Characters are for schmucks.
Thank you. And now a quick news bite. Infamous downtown Yakuza boss Sudoku Orochi has been arrested by Bookstar police, thanks to the anonymous tip from Redacted and the efforts led by Detective Redacted to make an arrest without incident. Several Yakuza thugs have surrendered as well, all carted off to Redacted for processing. But maybe it's the cynic in me, Chummers, but something feels oddly redacted about a Yakuza boss letting himself get caught so easily. Well, for something less conspiratorial, the Equestrian Geo-Gallop Society warns campers in the North Snohomish area to be aware of a possible giant scorpion creature lurking in the hills. I've been telling ponies for years about those chemicals they put on the crops. No pony listens to me, folks. Well, bring yourself an extra large shoe just in case. Onward to another round of jamming tunes from your favorite shadow DJ, me, Boombox.
I love
Alright.
the foreshadowing in these.
Yeah. All right, when we last left our intrepid heroes, Nebula has snuck out the building on a, well, I guess we could call it being a child, angry at adults.
Temper tantrum.
Yeah, I guess we could do that too. Smirkfluff and Leith, if I remember, have gone out to go hunt her down to bring her back.
Correct. That
Again.
is right.
Nivix is making drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see. Icebreaker has been tranked, so she's taking a nap.
At least we're honest about the whole thing.
There's
Yeah.
just a way that all of this is coming out.
And Oz is taking a nap and not having a fun time about it.
As shall be seen later.
Okay. All right. We will start with Nebula. Is there any particular place you're going when you get outside?
A beeline for Stellars.
Okay.
Yes, I know it's far, but it's the only other place she knows that's safe and with someone that she doesn't actually hate at this moment right now.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Children are easy and they are also hard.
I can't believe that you hate Icebreaker after she gave you that type.
Listen, she's very upset. She hates Smirk at this moment too. It will cool down.
All right.
Back
So-
flamethrower. Sorry, a fire extinguisher. Why? Damn it, no. Flamethrower makes it worse.
I didn't
fire
even
with
hear
fire?
any of that joke.
Just add fire to the kirin. What can go wrong?
We
Nothing at
just
all.
watched a game and we had a heavy flamer, and it's like, okay, flame this, flame that. So I'm stuck on flame right now.
Okay. Let's see. Let me roll the secret dice. Aha, nice. Okay.
Secret dice roll.
You got 15s.
Oh.
All right, Nebby, you're just trotting down the street, walking past faces, downtown, all that. Anyway, that song's gonna be in my head for a while. You pass by a farmer's market area on your way, and on a post you see Scorch, the phoenix, just perched there looking around. And when Scorch notices you, Scorch kind of lets out a little bird whistle,
Scorch!
Bird? Scorch kind of hops off the perch that he is on and lands on you.
Scorch, want to go on an adventure?
Scorch kind of tilts head like birds do and just kind of looks around.
My friends are assholes. I'm going on a quest.
Scorch kind of puts a wing up and hides his beak a little bit in a kind of a shy pose when you say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a friendly bird? I'm sorry. I'll watch my mouth.
Scorch chirps and nods and points at the farmer's market and makes.
What's that, Scorch? Little Tommy stuck in the well.
You surmise that Scorch's owner, Madame Mimi, is probably inside the farmer's market shopping.
Ooh. Okay, I'll say hi to Madame Mimi first, and then we can go on an adventure. We can ask her if you can come too.
Scorch just kind of gives half a flap of the wings. Seems okay with that.
Trot, wherever Madame Mimi is.
You see Madame Mimi standing in front of potatoes. She's kind of just inspecting them, looking them over, sniffing, rattling it, and then holding it up to her ear. She eventually picks out a few, pays for it, puts it in a little bag. She turns, she sees you. Oh, hello, dear. How are you this fine day?
I can't say that word. Scorch is family friendly. Bad. I'm not having a good day, but then I saw Scorch and I wanted to go on a little trip with Scorch. I'll bring him back. I promise. Please.
Well, are you by yourself? Seems a little dangerous for a young one to be by herself out in the city.
She's gonna puff out her chest all heroic, like, I'm a big girl, I can take care of myself.
Scorch
I'm real strong.
Scorch
somewhere.
Oh, go ahead, Dread.
Somewhere I'm expecting Smirkfluff to do the, oh boy, Nebby's doing something bad, I can just tell.
It's almost, what she does is almost reminiscent of a bird puffing at its chest, so it's really funny.
All right. Madame maybe kind of considers it. Well, I suppose if Scorch is with you, you'll be safe. Just be careful out there on your little adventure. Don't wander too far out.
Nah, we'll be fine. I'll make sure Scorch is okay. Not a single feather off him.
I appreciate it very much, dear. Oh, before you go. She reaches into her little bag, pulls out a little turnip, hands it over to you.
Hold it with ponykinesis because hooves are weird.
Okay. There you go. A little snack on your way.
Thank you. Shove it in the bag and we're going to forget about it. And then sessions later, we're going to remember, what's the smell?
Right? And Madame Mimi goes back to her shopping.
Let's go, Scorch! Rushing down the street with wild abandon.
So you continue down the street. You pass by what looks like a fight breaking out with some gang members arguing over something about mangoes.
Well,
Doesn't-
mangoes are worth fighting over.
True. And as you pass by that, you can hear a Buckstar police car pull up to that fight. 2 officers getting out.
Nope. Bye.
Charting a little faster.
So is that a mango mangling?
Yes. All right. So you are continuing on your way to Stellar's. ETA, maybe 2
Eventually.
hours. Eventually, yes. All right. And we will go to Smirk and Leith. You get outside. You're not sure what direction Nebula went off to. How are you going to track down a small child Kirin?
Let me put it this way. There's going to be a grand total of 2 places she's going to go. To Stella's or somewhere with ice cream. And she doesn't have any money, so I'm going to assume it's the former.
I do have money. How dare you assume that?
This is true. She could have taken the public bus, but she hasn't.
I have way more money than you do, and I know that for a fact.
Yes,
Either.
but how many ice cream shops are going to see an unaccompanied child and be like, "Yeah, this is fine."
Most of them?
Most of them.
In Seattle?
Most
It's
of
like the-
them.
See, I'm picturing the "this is fine" meme, except instead of the ice cream shop on fire, it's just the Kirin on fire.
I think you're vastly overestimating how much retail staff are paid to care about lost children.
I think you're overestimating the amount that an ice cream shop would care about something that could catch fire if it throws a tantrum.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's why they'd probably just give her a discount and get her out. Here you go, kid, leave.
Oh, she's got a phoenix now, so she's armed, you know?
But yeah, I think we'll just walk to Stella and just keep an eye on the stores as we walk
Okay.
past.
That seems like a plan.
All right.
What? There's no snow for her to melt footprints into?
I mean, there's
No, it's no longer, 100 Kelvin or 32 Kelvin or whatever it was.
no, much of the snow from the last blizzard has been cleared out, partially melted. So you got maybe like little patches in the corners, but hasn't freshly fallen yet.
I'm sorry, was that 100 Kelvin?
I don't remember what he actually said, so my brain
was
is
a
picking
bad
up that
number.
number.
It was,
said
it was
100
over.
Kelvin, yeah.
It was 140 or something, wasn't it?
Okay, that was the session I missed then.
It was like the end the Kelvin number that was given. I was like, that doesn't sound right, so I checked it. And it was like negative 40 degrees or something like that. It was colder than like the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, as I recall, it's like 273 Kelvin is 0 Celsius. So yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, we don't need to tread on this water again. Poor Digo's feelings have been mangled enough.
Okay. Reaching new Fahrenheits. All right. So you two walking down the streets, going around, looking for Nebula on your way, walking to Stella. You know, I'm going to tell this one later. So you cross one
Kirin,
street.
a griffon, and a changeling walk down the street.
Yeah. As you cross one street, get to the corner, you see that there's something of a wrestling match going on. You see basically several gang members like placing bets as what looks like a gang member and a Buckstar police officer are wrestling each other on the sidewalk. And a second Buckstar police officer is just kind of hanging out, standing to the side, just watching this, sipping from a Slurpee from the Salt Lickies convenience store on the corner, and just occasionally checking her comm link for the time or for messages.
Yep. That sure is a thing. Just gotta keep walking. That is not worth getting involved in.
We have other matters, unfortunately, to attend to, much more explosive ones potentially.
Okay.
At least if Nebula sets something on fire, we can just walk towards wherever the smoke is. Makes that job easier.
Right.
Where there's smoke, there's Kirin.
As you continue walking further, let's see which one of you. Smirk, call even or odds.
Odds.
Call odds.
1 to 10.
Odds it is. Your comlink rings,
Oh god.
and it is Stellar on the other line.
Oh god. I'll answer it.
You'll answer it? Okay. So it answers, and Stellar's there. Oh, Smirkfluff, hey, yeah, I know we're not on the best of terms lately, but I was just checking in, see how you guys were doing after the airport thing. Was everything okay? I know you left kind of early from the blown out facility, and I was just really checking on Nebula, making sure she was all right. Going back to such a painful place is kind of...
Wait. She's not with you?
Of course she's not with me. Why would she be with me? She was with you all. You were all going to an airport to pick up somebody.
Yeah, yeah, there was a altercation, and she kind of bolted. I kind of hope she was with you.
No. What? What do you mean altercation? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Why you always just look?
Smirk
Sorry.
is innocent of these crimes.
Framed, I tell you.
Look, can you just keep your door unlocked? I'm pretty sure she's heading your way with her tiny little baby legs.
We're trying to get there as soon as we can. And thankfully, there doesn't seem to be any trouble she's gotten herself into, but you know how
Does
the
she have
streets can be.
Does she have a comlink on her? Have you tried calling her?
Not answering.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not picking up.
Well, maybe if I call her. I mean, maybe she'll talk to me.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Just give us a ring if she does.
Well, I mean, if she won't talk to a responsible adult, who is she going to talk to?
You?
Her friends.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Goodbye. Hangs up.
I regret nothing.
Wow. Slapping her face through a comlink.
Well, to be fair, that's what Stellar. It was basically just two people giving the exact same slap, and one of them just going like, "How dare you hit me with my own words?"
Smirk TNT, reach out and slap someone. Okay.
Puncher, your new favorite app.
That sounds like it would be a thing. All right.
Now with new
it-
telekinetic
it-
modules.
It was in China briefly. There was an app where you could pay people to fight each other.
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
I'm more surprised that it didn't catch on in Texas.
I'm more surprised it didn't catch on here.
Okay. So,
Yeah, that's a good point.
But onwards to, baby legs.
mhm.
Rude.
Not my fault you have tiny legs.
Why
Going
did
back
these tiny
to-
legs.
Going back to Nebula, Kirin's version tagline is reach out and torch someone. Yes, very nice. Nebula, do you have your comlink on you?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
It rings, and you can tell the caller ID is Stellar.
Oh, Scorch, this is who we're gonna see. Be nice, okay?
Rah, rah. Scorch kind of gives a salute.
She'll answer it.
Okay. Nebby, where are you? Are you okay?
Looks around for street markers. I don't know where she is.
I have great news. There's a Starbucks on the corner. That could be the only one.
Right?
You know that one store with all the really nice gems in it, and people say not to go into it because they think it's a den of sorts, but everyone knows. Yeah, I'm near there. I'm heading to your place.
Are you taking the bus? Are you walking? You're not walking, are you? Because it'll take you all day, literally.
I probably should have taken the bus. That would have been a smart idea. I was not okay.
Okay. I understand it is trying living with the people that you do, but running off is probably not the best thing to do right now, especially when you don't tell anyone where you're going.
So there's like 2 places I actually feel safe around. It's really obvious where I go. And I am justified. Stupid, total freaking Shirawase scientist that I'm alive and that I'm around and
Okay.
I'm scared, Stellar. I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay. I think I know where you are. So what I want you to do is you should be coming up to a bus stop. Take the bus. It should be bus number route 106. Hop on that and take it all the way down until you get to its main stop. I will at the downtown station. I will meet you there. Okay?
Okay. I'm bringing a friend. His name is Scorch. He's a phoenix.
Scorch kind of nods. And Stellar's like, hello. Please take care of Nebby for me. She's very, very precious and valuable. She means the world to me, okay? Scorch kind of just nods.
Okay, we're gonna find the bus, Stellar. We'll see you soon, I guess.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone that I'm going, even though it's really obvious.
Can't believe Nebby found the one Kmart in Seattle. Sorry. That one got me personally.
Oh. Ow.
If you knew the city I lived in, it's extra funny because it kind of is that. Anyway, so, and it's not a good neighborhood. So, we're going to go jump to Nivix. What is Nivix doing right now?
Well, he took a break from preparing that batch of drugs, letting it set up, and he's starting to pickle some stuff.
Starting to pickle stuff. Okay. While you're pickling things, the doorbell rings. Ding dong. And a augmented reality screen pops up showing the camera for the front door, and it is a delivery robot.
We gonna die.
Nivix is definitely getting, the because I have it and it is a robot, I cannot make it go trip yet. I've got the auto pistol hidden behind the door.
Okay. Do you answer the door?
Yes, cautiously.
Okay, you cautiously open the door. Leave the chain on it, I suppose, so it can't be thrown completely open. The robot kind of looks at you. Greetings, sir and or ma'am. I am here with a delivery from the Fed Up Delivery Services. Robot holds out a box. It's like about the size of a toaster oven.
Fed up is so good, Digo. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
We are fed up with your jokes.
So
Federal United
Nivix-
Postal.
Nivix will, accept the box with the ponykinesis.
Okay. Feels kind of heavy. And then the robot nods, turns around, and leaves to go do its next delivery.
All right, box goes into the experiment room.
Yes, put it with all the explosive chemicals. That will have no problems.
Oh no! That's not the drug storage.
Drug storage.
No. That's the second fridge that we store the drugs in.
All right. So,
Scanning.
all right, you're scanning it, and it seems to be just machine parts. Rods, pistons, gears, tools. Almost look like somebody went on a shopping spree at a Home Depot or Lowe's.
Okay. And I'm just trying to think. Okay, who do we think went on the shopping spree effectively?
Well, you could always open the package and look at the shipping manifesto, see who it's written out to.
The manifesto.
Sorry, first of all,
I just had to point out the shipping manifesto.
yeah.
What?
I meant to
What,
say
are the
manifest,
dogs
and then I just kept
unionizing?
going.
So wait, who are we shipping Nivix with?
Now you see,
Stellar.
the thing is, every fed up package comes with a personal note saying why you have wronged them.
I will say, Nivix hasn't put his foot in his mouth with Stellar, so
Not yet. There's still plenty of time left in the session, though.
fair. All right, so putting it in the reinforced room.
Okay.
Ponykinesis to open.
All right. You open it up. And yeah, it's just stuff. Parts, just various tools, things like that. And the shipping manifest is on the top. And you look at it, and it's made out to Machina.
Ah.
Who taught the robot to use Amazon? Who gave the robot our credit card?
There's the question.
Siri did.
That's implying that Machina is not just manipulating the stock market for money.
She's Bitcoin mining while you guys are out.
God damn it, I knew there was a reason we were paying so much electricity.
Well, we don't have to worry about cooling. We just, have it with a ducted window.
And I was going to blame Nivix.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, come on, we
Robots
know you're
getting
running
smart,
24-hour sun lamps.
All
No,
right.
I have to let the plants rest.
All right. Do you let Machina know if she's got a package?
Yep.
Okay. She shows up, her little hologram. Oh boy, my stuff is here. Yay. Now I can start my next experiment.
And that just gets the eyebrow raised from Nivix.
And let's see. Yeah, Machina has no idea about the eyebrow raise. She is oblivious to you. And just goes to download digital documents on the parts and instructions and putting it together and trying to formulate how to put something together when you're just a hologram.
Please tell us how that ends up working. Machina.
It's hard. Hard light.
Okay. Icebreaker.
Also, just as a
Yes.
preparation thing, there is a glass of water ready for Icebreaker.
Okay.
Thank you.
Icebreaker, you are at your orphanage.
Oh boy.
You are your small filly size, and you're helping Golden Dream set the table.
This could be very good or very bad. What's for dinner?
Looks like it's a stew for dinner.
A stew, you say?
A stew.
Okay. Not soup, but stew.
Right.
Okay.
Slight difference.
Slight difference, but enough of a difference. Okay. Yeah, Icebreaker will gladly help set that table.
All right. You start setting the table, and you hear a knock at the door. And Golden kind of looks to you. Could you get that for me, please?
Okay, Mom. And Icebreaker will go answer the door.
Okay. You answer the door, and you see Jazz standing there looking a bit roughed up. And she is being escorted by a Buckstar police officer who looks a lot like Rem.
Do I notice that it looks like Rem? Or am I just like in dream, like full dream mode?
You have a slight feeling when you see her face that it is Rem. And Rem just kind of pushes Jazz forward a little bit. Bringing home wayward child who got into a little bit of trouble. Had to write a report down at the station. Sorry about that. You hear Golden Dream from the dining room just start muttering something angrily and start storming over.
It's only a problem because you were there. And she sticks her tongue out at the cop.
The cop just kind of frowns. Excuse you? I'm just doing my job. Golden's like, okay, what did Jazz do this time? Caught her being a troublemaker, sneaking over some fence lines where she shouldn't be going. The usual stuff at the station. No one's pressing charges or anything. Just brought her home. Roughed up a little bit because, well, took a tumble off one of the fences trying to evade us. Golden just kind of shakes her head. Jazz, get inside and go clean up right now. We're going to have a talk.
Icebreaker will lean into Jazz and whisper, "Did they hurt you? If you want, I'll bite this guy."
Jazz kind of smirks a little bit. Nothing I can't handle.
I still want to bite him.
Go for it.
Icebreaker will bite Rem.
Okay. Okay. You bite her and she actually yelps. Huh?
I said something and realized the mic was far enough up it auto-triggered the mute option.
Oh.
Oh.
Icebreaker is Nebby before Nebby.
Kinda, yeah. Let's just say there's a reason that Icebreaker has been very keen on taking care of Nebby.
I have manners. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, child me did bite several adults.
Yeah. And Rem yelps in pain being bitten. Let go. What is that for?
No reason, Icebreaker will say.
You are
Assaulting officer.
you're a very ornery little child, aren't you?
Gotta be when you guys are walking around keeping us all down.
Just trying to do my job.
Your job sucks.
Jeez. Okay then. Well, enjoy the soup. Rem kind of just rubs the bite mark.
And is it stew now or is it now soup?
It is now soup.
Ah, damn it.
And the REM officer turns around to walk away.
Hey, Mom? We
Yes?
should be nice to the officer, right? Shouldn't they join us for dinner since they've gone through so much trouble?
It's a very good idea. Officer, would you like to join us for dinner? Rem stops, turns around. I suppose. Not that hungry, but sure.
Hope you like soup.
Rem kind of looks around. Okay.
I should ask because I think it needs asking. How much of this is Icebreaker knowing it's a dream?
Little bit of both. This is a slight exaggeration of how she would have acted as a kid.
I think the best part is that this is not a lucid dream yet.
Yeah. All right. So Rem is now held captive by invitation. Oz, you there?
Where am I here?
Okay. Would you like to describe the scene a little bit?
So in the dream or outside the dream, or which scene are we doing?
What would you like to do?
Okay, well, if you're giving me free reign, at some point Ice is sent up to go see her sister who's supposed to have cleaned up, and finds a gray pony on the floor, still alive, but not moving, and no visible wounds.
Okay.
And yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I'm encountering what looks to be basically a dead body.
This live
Mostly
body,
dead.
mostly dead, drained.
Like all the color gone from their face.
And a rather blank expression, almost as if they didn't care.
Common sense would say go get one of the adults or older children. Icebreaker goes to poke the body.
Okay. The body does not react very much at all. Just kind of a slight reflex from being poked, but other than that, just lays there, just
On the one hand, so Jazz is nowhere nearby?
Nope, Jazz is nowhere nearby.
Okay.
No, her sister, that is Jazz.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Her sister Jazz, right?
Yeah. Okay. So now that you take a second look at it, it does look like Jazz.
Mom?
I'm
Just
over in the kitchen, dear.
Wildly shaking Jazz's body. Mom, something's wrong with Jazz! It's about the notes you don't play. Sorry, I just realized what a weird line of "there's something wrong with Jazz" is.
And all that jazz.
Jazz hooves. All right.
Yeah, shaking that body, trying to get Jazz to wake up, because this is terrifying.
Okay. Jazz seems like really lethargic and just no energy at all. You hear footsteps in the kitchen coming over at a brisk trot. And Golden comes out, and she's just looking really tired and pale too. What is it, sweetie? Is everything okay?
Just pointing at Jazz, like wordlessly.
She'll be all right. She just needs a nap. It's been a long day.
Icebreaker is looking wildly between the two of them, and is the dream lucid at this point?
Yes.
All right, Icebreaker. I'm gonna guess in adult voice and no longer in child voice is gonna go. Rem, get your ass up here now!
Let me guess. Golden is a grayish at this point, no longer the color she was just a few minutes ago.
Right. Okay. So while that's going on, we're going to go back to Leith and Smirkfluff. You both get a text message from Stellar saying that she's going to meet Nebby at the downtown bus station. Get your butts over there and don't screw this up.
Oh, thank God. Finally got Nebby to listen to someone.
Joy. Okay. Is there like a cab we can hire to get there? Because it'll probably be quicker than the bus, possibly. I actually don't know much about like Seattle traffic.
Yeah. Is there any like passing?
Cab.
Okay, then yeah.
All right. So you wave down a passing cab. They pick you up and they'll take you over. You, of course, because you take the cab, you get to the station first.
You'd hope, right? You'd
We
hope,
hope.
right?
You want me to roll for it?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. You get there. You wait in a little bit. And Stellar shows up second.
About time.
Yeah. Leith would be considering it's still pretty cold outside, right?
It is pretty cold, yeah.
Yeah, Leith would probably be going as a griffon, sort of similar to a lot of Smirk's colorations.
All right. Golden walks up to you, Smirk. Sits down, folds her forehooves together. All right. You got 2 minutes to tell me why Nebula ran off.
Because Oz is an idiot.
Okay, tell me something I don't know.
I'm really not sure what else to tell you. They decided it was a, brilliant idea to start spouting out sensitive information to the wrong ponies. And Nebula caught wind of it and left, and I don't particularly blame her.
Stop with the blame for now. Nebby's the important one. She's run. We're trying to get her. And
yeah, I put her on the bus to get here.
Okay.
I can watch over her. I don't know what you all are doing that's putting her in danger, but you all knuckleheads need to...
I'm not doing anything. We all know specifically who's doing this, and we've made sure that it's going to stop.
Okay, go do that and make sure, because I don't want to have to get a call from someone saying they cannot find Nebula. Because if anything happens to her, I've got a long list of people I'm going to break their skulls in.
Don't worry, if something happens to her, whatever the problem is going to be dead before you get there.
Okay, as long as the problem is not you. I am trusting you here. As much as I don't like that concept, I don't have a lot of options, and I'm sure you don't either.
It's really funny that you keep going on about how untrustworthy I am.
You're a mercenary. You shoot people in the face for money. I don't
Aren't you
like
a
that
back
life.
alley doctor?
I try to save people, okay? I'm
Yeah,
not trying to
you
shoot
patch
them in the
up
face.
people like me. So, pot, meet kettle.
Enough.
Well, I'm not putting the bullet
Enough.
holes in them to begin with.
Enough, you two. Look, the important thing is Nebby right here. If you two want to kiss, make up, or otherwise flirt, great. Right now,
I was just gonna say,
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
is there going to be a scene where, what's it, Lock or Stock? One of those two? Barrel?
Lock.
I forget which. Lock.
It's Lock.
Lock and Stellar both show up at the door and start having a snip fight at each other.
Considering the
don't know
original
what-
plan before Locke got involved, that's entirely possible.
I do not know what y'all are seeing, because I'm just seeing two people who care about a child getting into a fight.
Yeah.
And having a very bad epistemological argument.
3 letters for you, Din.
It was shared
UST.
screen time. It's shipped.
I know what... People can fight without wanting to screw each other, y'all.
Right? All right, so
the griffin thing.
Fan fiction told me otherwise, Din. And there's more of it than
Exactly.
there is of you.
after Stellar recovers from nearly losing her lunch from that thought, she's like, all right. They have a point. So here's what I'm going to do. When Nebby's bus comes in, I'm going to pick her up and I will take her to my place for a while. I've got a spare bed she can use. She can stay with me a little while. You two go home. Whatever needs to be fixed with this argument on your end, please do so. And then I'll call later tonight and we'll take it from there, okay?
That's fine. Just when you do come by or whatever, if you're going to pick up some of her stuff and all if she needs it or whatever, let us know. We'll have it ready and waiting so you don't have to stay long. And you can just get back and get to her. That's all that matters right now. Okay?
Yeah, Nebula's the only thing that matters right now, so.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, at least we agree on something. But
Mm.
yeah, I think it's probably best you either. Yeah, it was either I was going to either ask her to stay with you or take her to Locks, probably, because she can't stay there. Not until, yeah, you're right. Not until everything's sorted. As much as I don't like having her out of my sight if I can avoid it.
Well, you have my number if anything.
Yeah, it's true. No, I do it. As much shit as I do give you, I do appreciate this.
Thank you. I'll just leave it at that. All right.
Anyhow, there'll be, as she's sort of going, anyhow, there'll be a little bit of a surplus that will be given away around 7 and all for helping with some of the food distribution that you wanted over at the church. So I figured to give you, since you're in the know on some of that,
Okay.
give it to some useful people.
Appreciated.
No problem. Be safe.
You too. Now the two of you get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just, yeah. Right.
You could take a bus back, or you could take a cab. Your choice.
We're taking the cab.
Taking
Okay.
the cab. I'm
Less
not
running
taking
in,
the
less chance
bus.
running into having the fates intervene in awful ways.
Also, buses are just awful. It doesn't matter where you go, buses are bad.
Our buses are fine.
Yeah.
We have good buses, so
It's not the bus; it's the people who ride them.
It's not
we have
the bus.
we have
it's
a tourism industry, so the buses are really, really nice.
Oh yeah, same here. And unfortunately, the tourism hasn't returned. So
Yeah, that's an unfortunate side effect of when tourism doesn't.
All right. So you two hop in your cab, go back. Nebby.
yes.
All right. Scorch tries to hum along. well, more like whistle. Some of the people on the bus kind of watch you two with curious interest. A couple others maybe annoyed at the humming and the whistling.
See, a smart person would have realized that doing any of this was a stupid idea, but also that smart person would have taken the bus from the start. So we clearly know that that's not me. So we're just going to keep rolling with the stupidity.
Across from you on the bus, there's this one older stallion. He's got a sign with him. He's not holding it up, but it's just on his side there. The sign says, "The end is nay."
You spelled it wrong.
Yeah. And the bus gets to the station, and it stops, and the robot automated bus driver system opens the doors. Welcome to the downtown station. Next bus leaves in 15 minutes. And you can see outside Stellar waiting for you.
Yay! She's gonna trot off the bus with Scorch.
And
I did it!
Stellar comes up, gives you a big hug.
Ah.
Lifts you right off the ground.
Hug her back, because yes.
Please, next time you run off, please call me first before you do.
I told you I was mad. I made some stupid things happen, but whatever.
I understand. At least you didn't try to burn down the city block doing so.
No, not this time. Maybe next time.
Okay, well. Come down to my place. You can stay with me the night, and we'll work out what's going on with you and the adults that you're living with.
Thank you, Stellar.
Anything for you, my dear. Okay?
I could hear it. I could hear the quotes around adults.
She was trying to be diplomatic this time.
She has to be diplomatic to the child.
Yes.
Child who does not care at this moment.
All right. So Stellar goes off with Nebula to her place. You got a little bed made for you on the side. I mean, it's a very small place she has, but it's enough room that she can give you a space to sleep. This little kitchenette with some food, not a lot. So,
I'm a small thing. I don't take up much space. Contrary to my adopting the entirety of the base as my own.
No, it's not you that takes up the space. It's your piles of snack cakes.
Listen. They all need their own special spaces. They have to be contained and taken care of differently. There's a method to the madness.
It's like 120 cushions, so each one gets its own.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you don't take care of the Twinkies, they do, cause a nuclear explosion. So understandable.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
What,
So
you've
we're-
never heard it? You've never heard of this? Yeah, the Twinkie is how they mastered splitting the atom.
Okay.
Why do
learned
you
something
think
new.
they stopped making the original ones in World War II, huh?
It's why the Twinkie can survive a nuclear explosion.
Okay, I learn something new every day.
I'm obviously I'm kidding.
I'm not.
After the Diet Coke button, I kind of just believe anything.
Yeah.
Anything anyone tells me about America nowadays.
No,
No,
the
but-
real reason the original Twinkie the real reason the original Twinkie stopped being made after World War II is because of a banana crisis.
That makes
That's
sense,
not
actually,
funny, though.
because of the original. Okay.
Twinkies will survive radioactive apocalypse, though. Note, stock up on your Twinkies.
All right. So when...
Feed the roaches.
All right, so we got Leith and Smirkfluff getting back to the place. Nivix is there. Nothing's on fire. There is a big pile of parts and stuff over in the corner by the kitchen, and Machina reading through digital manuals and using a little robot to put something together.
Okay. DEFCON status, Machina.
Just an experiment.
Okay. Well, if you're going to blow something up, please let us know ahead of time so we can put on earmuffs.
Okay. I'll be sure
Thank
to get
you.
you some extra earmuffs, too.
Okay, thank you. No dead bodies in the front door or behind it?
There is one dead body in the living room.
Oh,
Okay.
is it a dead body we know?
It's Rem. She's posing as a dead body on the couch.
Oh, so it's nobody we care about. Good to know.
Rem kind of just sits up. One of her legs just falls off, rolls on the floor. Hey, all.
Oh, what brings you here?
I was stopping by, kind of getting invited over for a snack. And I'm feeling a little concerned about the snacks.
All right, what happened?
There's an interesting meal. I set about to go look into it. And the meal is kind of, I think, more buffet. I was just wondering if you all want to kind of help me out on this one.
There is a heavy and audible sigh as the clawed hands meet the beacon beyond, and just what happened? Just the deadpan. What happened?
You
How about
made
if I-
this bed, now eat it.
How about if I just kind of bring you all along and show you, if that's okay?
Okay. Get comfortable. She'll
Yes.
take a moment, just sit right next to where Rem is, and just the head goes just right on the table, and just the sigh again.
Nivix finishes rolling that blunt, puts it aside, and walks over.
All right, everyone, hold hooves. This is going to be an interesting trip.
Yay.
One that I didn't have part in creating.
Hey, can't blame you for this time.
Can't blame you for trying.
All right. When you all lock hooves and stuff, Rem does her thing, and everything kind of swirls to darkness. Meanwhile, at the nice, beautiful little orphanage where nothing's going wrong,
Mm-hmm.
you shouted for Rem to come over, but Rem hasn't been showing up. You do see what looks like shadows off in the corners, but when you look there, there's nothing there.
I swear to Cadence, if she does anything to ruin this, I'm going to be so upset. Icebreaker is going to, even though she doesn't see anything in the corners anymore, she's going to sort of force her way over there.
Okay.
And I guess push against the wall.
All right. So you kind of force your way into the shadows. This should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You end up pushing through the wall and end up in Z's room.
Okay.
Z is kind of just lying on the bed, looking really weak.
Weaker than usual.
Yeah, there's a pile of books on the floor by the bed, and she barely has the strength to hold one up. Hey, how you doing?
Z, you seen anything lately? Icebreaker is looking around, extremely paranoid.
I mean, I'm seeing you. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean the thing under my bed?
Yeah, that'll work. Icebreaker's gonna dive under the bed.
All right. You dive under the bed and you slide your way into the kitchen.
Son of a...
You stove is cooking. There's soup going on. Smells
Or has
great.
it swapped back to stew?
That's soup. It's soup.
Was that great and sarcastic quotes, or?
Yeah, you know me well enough.
All right.
Oh, you know, Din, things are going super.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
All right.
you start.
Icebreaker.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Icebreaker is going to grab the pot of soup as best she can in her, I guess, still tiny child body.
Okay.
And through the through the mouth of holding the pot, just say, "Whoever's screwing with me, I have soup. I'm warning you."
Okay. You start hearing what sounds like slurping sounds coming from the dining room.
Enter the dining room.
Okay. You go to the dining room.
Showing all the survival instincts of a one of those scary movie protagonists.
I was going to say blonde in a horror movie.
I think it's a little more like on the nose than that.
All right. On the table, just kind of laying there, just like completely helpless, Snow. And like the colors like just slowly being drained from her as there's a creature standing over her.
Throw soup at the creature.
Okay.
Sorry to not let you even get through that. It's just instinct for ice.
Okay. The soup hits the creature and gets the creature's attention. Wingcat, do you want to describe the creature?
Right. Well, the first thing you notice is the soup sticking to something above the creature, almost like threads. The creature itself is a pony. You get a feeling you've seen this pony before, but not this exact one.
Mm-hmm.
All black except for little spots of teal. Hooves like Swiss cheese. You can see right through them. Fangs. And it had its horn up against Snow. Its horn was glowing a sickly green, not the color of what color this thing has. That stops when you throw the soup. The creature backs off. The creature double takes and speaks in Oza's voice. Ice, stay back. I've heard you enough. And bolts.
Ice is going to drop the empty pot, sigh, and say, "Oz, get your ass back here!" and start chasing.
It's a chase.
Angry child chasing a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
When did we get to the Home Alone 4 remake?
Home Alone 5. This time it's better?
All right. The chase takes you all to the living room where Rem and the other trotters show up going through the front door. Rem suddenly is in a Buckstar police officer uniform, and she just kind of points, "See, this is what I have to deal with."
Icebreaker is going to point at Rem and go, "You shouldn't have linked our brains! Fix it!"
Rem just kind of scratches her chin. I can't really fix these things, so
I will strangle you.
Nivix is visibly sizing Ice's smaller form and shifting the dose size. Just in case.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
the creature retreats back, loops around, trying to get back to the kitchen.
Okay, we need to cut him off. Ice is going to point out the entrances and exits to the orphanage and direct the group to split up and block him.
okay.
quick question before we split up. Are we handling this lethally or non-lethally?
Rem, if we
Should
die
that
in
be
this stream, do we die for
brat
real?
No. You may wake up startled and need to change of pants, but no.
Lethal it is.
So,
Okay.
if necessary, sure.
All right. So one Scooby-Doo chase scene later, as you go running around the house.
While they're doing that, Leith is going to take a moment and basically try to work with Rem to sort of grab hold of the dream.
Okay.
So I guess that would be trying to basically sort of either, I guess, mysticism.
Give me a
with,
mysticism, yep.
Yep, let's see how the dice want to be today. Reasonably well.
Okay. So you managed not to have all the rooms and hallways go weird directions. They basically follow the way Icebreaker remembers them. And the team manages to surround all the entrances to the kitchen where the creature is at. What does the creature do?
The creature is trying to flee into the oven, only to find that that exit has now been blocked.
Okay. Y'all have the creature where you want it. What do we do?
Oz, you're dreaming. Calm the fuck down, please.
No response.
Rem turns to Leith. I believe that Oz has a significant connection with you. Perhaps you should go in and try.
You know, if it's not one thing, it's another. As she takes a moment, just sort of leans down and very gently, very quietly, with control of the dream, through her meddling with that, very calmly rips the stove completely from the front where it's hiding off, and she just looks to where the thing is, and there's a buzz, for lack of a better term, a buzzing kind of intensity from her, as you could tell there's probably words being exchanged, as she finally just simply pulls the thing out and just sits him down and just puts the head against and just basically sort of holds the lack of a better term, cheesed shadow. Just remember the center, not the void.
Oz, your response? Your
Too
hive
late.
system?
Make her stop. Make her stop. Liz points up, and you get the shadowy impression of Dr. Bunsen from the ceiling.
She'll take a moment and look to where the Rem is. Apologies, but might I end this a bit early for all involved? I can make it up to you later. It's best to jar things.
I haven't really been trying to take any kind of nibble here or anything.
No, that's fine. But if you would just follow my lead, and she's going to take the moment and very like the sudden kind of night terror kind of thing, and just use that to sort of shunt everyone awake.
Well.
Oh!
Okay.
Well, that was a transition and a half.
Wow, Leith, power sister.
Y'all need heating pads for the whiplash.
Everyone is having a day, and Leith is having none of it.
Leith needs a drink.
Okay.
He does. Unfortunately, that's going to be after all the fires are put out. What? She used
The whiplash is rather strong as everyone is just yanked back to reality.
Right. It's got to be what, 4 points of fatigue?
Yeah, it feels like one of those bolt upright from nightmare kind of moments. Everybody's kind of sweating a little bit from the rush. And you're all huddled around O's in the kitchen.
O's currently in that black form, mostly, although his head is okay. And there's green fire tracing down him, currently at the base of his neck, restoring him to normal.
He's gonna very calmly make her way back there and just sit and just provide a positive reinforcement of matters for him to properly attune to again. She's not going to say anything, just a very simple, quiet hug, and just the mental breathe. Not angry, not upset, just a very quiet pool of serenity when she may be anything but.
And that hug completely wipes out the rest of the black. Just there's a wave ripple going up from the points of physical contact.
Aw.
O's staggers a bit. He's clearly out of it a little bit. Then blinks just, Liz? Oh, how long was I out?
Well, just focus and breathe. It's you had one of those moments.
I did. I remember
Yes.
coming home after talking to Dr. Bunsen and taking a nap. Oh, what time is it? Oh my.
Just right now, there are other matters at hand. I will handle any little fires or whatever. Just you take a moment. No. You listen. Just find a little moment. Take some coffee. Get a drink. Help her with her whatever it is she's doing. I don't know computer things. Just do something calm and that makes you happy. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Okay?
Happened, didn't it?
Please.
Okay, the last I remember was talking to Dr. Bunsen to try to set up a trap for you to ambush her. And I don't remember anything after that.
Okay. Well, we'll deal with that when it comes to it. If I have to walk into the lion's den for that, that's fine. But right now, you need to center yourself a bit. Okay? Just do something that makes you happy.
What time is it? Is it time for me to make dinner?
Don't worry about that. I'll get some pizza. I know what everyone likes. Just
no, I can handle it.
Go do your thing. Go do your thing, please. For
no,
me,
I can handle it. He looks around. Yeah,
please.
See, everyone's. Wait. Where's Nebula?
Nivix, and you just see, the injection needle just darts behind Nivix's head again. The just in case.
Icebreaker will slap Nivix.
If that's gonna make you happy, okay. Just one problem dealt with. And she'll turn and look to the rest of them, and sorry about that.
Oz takes another look around. Oh, Machina, do you need help with that? And walks over to the pile of machine parts and starts helping Machina.
Machina would gladly accept, having no idea what's going on. So clueless.
Leith, what's wrong with his brain?
For one thing, do you actually understand some of the things they might have told you about changeling biochemistry?
I'm not entirely sure if I would or not. I know it's an area of great interest to Icebreaker. I don't know how much is actually available.
So
Yeah,
with the
like
look of
Nivix-
things, like she's going to say, long story short, is that we try to basically create a self-sustaining cycle of positive emotions. Not every changeling gets that at times, and sometimes in order to be self-sustaining, it turns vampiric. And some people, there's a reason why there's a lot of issue with changelings trusting others. Is symbiosis is a lot harder to make do than parasitism.
Leith, if you're talking about how changelings eat and whatnot, I'm familiar with that. I'm talking about what is literally wrong with his brain that he keeps forgetting stuff.
That is a bit of a look. When we rescued the one doctor and all, she knew me when I was trying to get her out the door to prevent a issue with things. I did not know her. So there's something of a mental block with me as well in regards to things. So something has happened with that. I'm still parsing it. When I get through with a proper thing, when I'm stop having to put out all these little fires, I will tell you. But right now, I am trying very hard to maintain my serenity and not properly put you all into sleeper holds and then wait 8 hours. So please bear with me as I try very much to be calm, patient, and dealing with everything that just popped up for this, that, and the other. It is a little bit of a trying time for me, okay? So just let it be for now. I'll get to it when I can get to it as best I can. Please.
Wow. Okay.
It sounds like every single retail worker I've ever had to work with.
Christmas.
Welcome to the usual things a healer has to deal with.
Bless you, Lee. Please get a drink.
Yeah, like it's one of those.
Please
Okay,
get a
what can Nivix pull out of his collection to help calm you down?
As a tank main, please, healer, take a drink.
With everything more or less settled, Leith is going to take a moment and it's like, where's Smirk's room? There's a lovely punching bag in there. I think I need about 15 minutes with.
Second on the right.
Thank you very much. And she will make her way in, and you will hear the door close, and sounds of vigorous cardio and words in Sylvan will follow for about those 15 minutes.
Wow. Okay. Whew, that was good. Okay. Nivix, you want to smoke that blunt now?
I'd save it for Leith, man.
It's one of those, as I said, the collection. As this is just the last one he's rolling and preserving.
Okay.
Inside a stasis spell, effectively.
Okay.
And they are separated, so you've got the painkillers and the oh boy, hope you packed your bags trip level.
All right.
Icebreaker is going to that mirror.
Okay.
And is going to look Rem in the eyes and say, "So how were you involved in this, huh?"
I was just stopping. Well, I was passing through and I sensed a really dark dream that seemed rather tasty. I went to pay a visit. It was getting a little bit too intense. And so I kind of figured out who it was. And so I tried to let you know because you were sleeping as well. And yeah, it's my fault that I linked the dreams because I kind of was a little too hasty, jumping from one to another. But it all kind of worked out at the end.
Icebreaker is just going to keep glaring at Rem.
Rem
I
kind
didn't hear an apology.
All right. Rem reaches into her chest and rips it open. You can hear bones breaking. She pulls out her heart, holds it up. I'm sorry I was hasty in trying to jump from dream to dream, and should have just simply outright told you.
That's a start. Thank you.
I love Rem.
Rem kind of sucks her heart in like, a big jelly bean, and it just
I'm just imagining, just a pair of, like blood vessel tentacles whip out, and the heart's gone back inside.
Yeah, we could do it that way too, sure. A little bit of John Carpenter's thing. Okay. All right. Any other business, or should I fast forward to the next morning?
Well, Nivix is going to offer his dream for Rem to feed on as needed.
Okay.
Because, once again, research.
All right. Rem can spend part of the night researching with you some nightmares. All right.
And yes, Nivix can basically lucid dream just by dint of, I control science. In his head.
Fun times. All right. So the next morning, it should be Tuesday, if I've got my calendar correct. Let's see, where are we?
I do have one thing that probably happened as soon as all that was finished. Ask, where's Nebula?
Exactly where you thought she was going.
She's at Stella's.
Okay, good. Just because all that happened and Icebreaker did not get an update on anything that was happening.
Yeah. I mean, you can even text Stellar and she'll send you a picture of Nebula, perfectly fine, playing with a phoenix.
She's coloring with the phoenix.
Yeah, the phoenix got a little crayon in its beak and it's trying to stay in the lines, but
it's okay. We're going for abstractism. It's fine.
Abstractism?
Shut up! I can't speak right now.
2 days later, there's like a website selling the Phoenix's art, and it's like going for like on auction 30,000.
Madam Mimi is going to make bank.
So this would be a new take on Jackson Pollock.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first animal to make tons of money.
It's like that elephant that was painting.
Or that raccoon. Or that gorilla. Or that aardvark.
Yeah, the horse. It's like, okay. Oz, your comlink does get a text since Dr. Bunsen only knows your number.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just basically, rough night with the police, lots of questions, getting coffee, whenever you want to meet, ?
Rose looks over to Lathe. The trap is ready. Shall we spring it?
It sounds like a date, but it's not.
It's kind of the anti-date, yes.
Set it for 4 days for now. I'll go. You guys, if you want to,
she's ready. She's ready to be ambushed now.
I understand, but right now there's a couple matters that we need to finish solving, and make sure of a few other particulars, because I'd rather we all be on board with this rather than it's still split ends, because even Nebby does need to get a bit of closure here for all that's happened, and as well as you and I for the blanks in our memory. We've got some particular matters for talking in with our biohacker here, and right now we're a little divided, and we've got a few more things to patch up. Once we do, I say it should take no more than 3-4 days at most. Right now, we just need to fix these before we start trying to build another foundation. That's all I'm going to say. So please, 3 or 4 days from now, sometime afternoon, I prefer the nice little ice cream shop, because Lord knows I could use some mint right now.
and he stops abruptly, looking at his phone. His eyes widen.
Yeah, just
And-
when you can.
When the hell did I send this? And he's pointing about the text asking about Nebula.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, as I said, I've been cleaning some of that up, so it's been an issue. So
That's why Nebula's not here.
yes. So as I said, it's smaller
I
problems.
want to know, and I don't want to know. And I know I don't want to know. Okay, let me ask her. Okay, 3 to 4 days. Let me ask. And he texts out his sister's question, asking, Liz would like to meet in 3 to 4 days. Is this acceptable? YN.
Okay, after a few minutes, you get a text back. 3 days, yes. Where? What time?
And he sends out the details of where and when.
Okay, you send the deets, and you get back after a few minutes. Confirmed. See you then.
Oz chose this to Liz. Just, okay, ambush set for 3 days from now.
Thank you.
Please tell me what I can do to help. Exactly what I can do to help and not why.
Apologize as best you can, and just small steps to make things better. It's going to be a little rough. It's going to be a little rocky, but again, we can fix the foundations that appeared in the cracks.
Got it. Is everyone else in the central area of the hideout at this point?
What day is it? It's Tuesday?
Tuesday,
New
yeah.
day.
Morning or afternoon?
Morning.
Morning.
Icebreaker's probably not there.
Okay, but Smirk and Nivix are.
Yeah, I'd probably be there.
Okay. Oz steps out and just looks. Just okay. I am sorry for whatever I did, but I truly do not remember it, and I do not want to know. I want to fix whatever happened.
And you want to do that without knowing what you did.
From what I can tell, yes. I know enough, and I know enough to know that if this kind of memory hole was placed in me, I do not want to know.
Right.
I don't know who put this memory hole in. I didn't think even Lee's was that powerful.
Not yet.
Right.
It's a bit of a mental self thing. Basically,
Leith, how much of this is magical bullshit?
it's biochemical magical bullshit.
Oh,
Basically,
brilliant.
he's being honest and he is trying to make amends. This is basically, long story short, changelings need a positive atmosphere to really be able to function. And when things go really, really south, really, really quickly, or whatever, and things break down. Basically, it's a kind of self-feedback PSTD. So, long story short, he's trying to make things better. And he is trying to make things better. So, please, for my sake, just do what you can to accept the apology and work with him.
At this point, O's face
If it was
hooves
anyone
as if-
else, Leith, if it was literally anybody else, I would say no. But you're probably the most, adult one we have, so I'm willing to go with it. But if it happens again, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. Okay, that's right now, that's the best I can ask. Please have patience.
I can do that. I have to look after, Nebby.
Okay, yes. Thank you.
Okay. So you guys get 3 days of downtime. Anything specific you want to do with that, or should I fast forward?
First to give the option of, well, probably see if anyone else wanted to. I guess would be the first thing would be trying to get something so that they could listen in with her computer on things as she goes to talk to the doctor, or have like the ability to ask questions to the computer that she can ask them, and that they could get back, basically.
I mean, you could do a similar thing that Mr. Deposit does with Uzi showing up by laptop if you want.
Yeah, but the thing is that she can connect through to a computer telepathically, so that basically keeping that open communication, they can listen and hear everything, and sort of be there for whatever they need to. And also, again, the offer for Nebby if she wanted to know more about matters with the lab as well. Like, even if it was why she did that, or just to get closure. It's to bring that offer as to a kid. Like,
I just want to point out that selling Scorch's art on eHay, it's like brilliant.
It's selling half of the art. Specifically half. Scorch gets to pick the ones that Scorch likes the most and gets to keep them and bring them to Madame Mimi. The other half gets sold on eHay.
Oh man, that's great.
So they can become collector's editions later.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'll have to see what they go for. All right.
Yeah, this is just a way, like, out of character, to provide a way for Avis as well for anything she wanted to say or do. It's more why the 3 days. That's all. That's why I did it sort of that way. Was to provide a bit more.
It's fairly difficult because since she also isn't there.
Yeah.
Nebby does not know, and she is very hurt. And
yeah, again, I figured this is a chance
not-
to discreetly get questions answered. Again,
Yeah,
it's up to you. If you want to say no in character, out of character, that's fine. I just bring it to give you the offer. It's only fair.
Nope, and I appreciate that. The issue I'm like juggling is whether or not she answers.
Well, that's only something you can answer.
I know that's
but-
why I'm juggling it, because me wants to like roll in information like a dragon, and the other half, a small child, is in the corner.
Yeah, and again, like,
Well, consider that it is going to be 3 days. So that's 3 days to kind of smolder and
You might have
Call-
sent it on day 1, and maybe by the start of day 3, she actually reads it.
again, up to you.
And
Like,
that's
however you want to
when
go
you
with it.
see the red message.
Okay, well, if she didn't want to, then for matters, that's fine. I just
It's difficult. She
No,
she
that-
wants to
that's
know,
fair.
but she doesn't want to know from Bunsen.
well, as I said, and the thing is, like, Leith would, if she did respond a little bit on the later, that she wouldn't be near her at all. She would be somewhere much safer with Smirk, and all of them would be distant,
It's
so
the
she wouldn't have to see
principle-
her or
it's the
anything.
principle of it. It's less of she knows that it's less that she's there, and more of she knows these people know where I am. So, like, is this as important as jeopardizing my safety?
Yeah, no, again, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, just however you want to go for it. That's fine. I just wanted to make the offer.
Okay. So, after the 3 days, your quarry is going to show up at that ice cream shop with or
Mhm.
without you.
Yep.
And of course, throughout this, on Nivix's side is helping with that interface and preparing various mixes as needed.
Mm-hmm.
Leith
So
is
who's
going
going
to
to
make
show
sure.
up?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to ask who's going to show up to the ice cream shop in person.
O's,
Leith is-
obviously.
Okay, so I got Oz, I got Leith. Who
And
else?
O's is asking anyone else who wants to show up to be on Overwatch or sniper positions.
I think Nivix would be on sniper, and I was just flipping through. I did find a biolog that was like, oh, this could be nice, but I'll get to that at another point.
Okay.
Christ, it would really depend on when Nebby is at the time, where Smirk would be. But if Nebby's still at Stella's, then yeah, I'll be setting up to not flying, but I'd be across the street somewhere I could watch what's happening without and like get there quickly without being like directly seen.
Okay.
Showing up as a copy of Dr. Bunsen again.
Showing up as a copy of Dr. Bunsen. Okay.
And Leith is going to again take a changeling look, but go with a bit rather than the greens this time, a lovely blue with a couple of I guess would be light blue and sort of probably whatever purple would probably work for that for the two tones.
Okay.
And
Okay. We got a griffin across the street. We got Nivix as sniper watching. Is that correct? Okay. Yellow Jacket may get some workout.
Yep.
All right. Din, what is Icebreaker going to do? Showing up in person or gonna teleconference?
Not going to attend, as previously stated.
Sorry, just getting this
Shit.
down.
No worries.
Okay. Sure.
Icebreaker had told O's, like, I'm not getting involved with this particular one because I kind of crossed the line for her.
Fair enough. Do you want a teleconference and listen in?
Nope.
Nope,
I'm
not even gonna listen in. Okay.
Nope. If someone if they end up needing help, Smirk can give me a call or something.
Okay. Fair enough. And Nebula, I assume you want nothing to do with this for now.
She's not gonna go. I think by the end of the third day, she's probably deciding to head back and does that whole internally. If she goes back to the hideout and the first person she sees is O's because it's still sore, she'll turn right back around. But if she sees anyone else in the hideout, she'll still go in.
How about what if Icebreaker's going to pick her up?
Sure.
He wouldn't be involved with everything, so he'd be free to pick her up.
Yeah, and it'd just be you two at the hideout because everybody else went out to the field.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do it that way.
Don't forget Machina.
Yeah, Machina there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
By then, Scorch will have to go back to Madame Mimi because she's going to be missing her little birdie.
Here's the list of all of the tracking numbers for the ones that we sold on eBay. Tell Madam Mimi that I'm going to be in touch. Okay? Bye, Scorch. You're a great artist. Don't let anyone tell you differently and live your dreams.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. You make 140 credits off the artwork online. Is that all right? Okay. Wasn't sure if you're like laughing, choking, what?
A bit of both, it sounds like.
So yeah, mark down 140 additional credits for you.
All of this money. What am I going to do with it?
You just know that schmuck who bought it is going to turn around and try and sell it for like 140,000 credits.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a child. What do you want from me? I don't know what
140 credits is, that's a lot for a child.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's enough to buy a month's worth of ice cream. Come on.
Yeah.
A month's worth of ice cream for a regular kid, but for Nebby?
Yeah.
That's like a
week.
day.
It's got to eat it fast. It melts quickly.
That's true.
Me ache be darned.
Yep. All right. So it's been 3 days. It's the 23rd. It's a Friday. Hey, TGIF. All right. So we go to the location. All right. You guys set up. Get your sniper on. Dr. Bunsen is there, dressed in warm coat, plainclothes, sun hat, scarf, some shades, looking a little incognito, just enjoying a cup of soy calf and nibbling on some kind of snack cake that she got from the ice cream shop.
Yep. Leith, when it takes a moment to enter, will make sure to get the thing that has enough mint you could probably smell it from about 5 feet away. And a very, very large, foot-tall sundae. Because She's earned it, damn it.
All right, so it's Friday now, Sunday, got 2 days to do it. Okay, so. All right, so you order to treat yourself, and
Yes.
you go sit over at her table, I'm
Mhm.
assuming?
Yep.
Dr. Bunsen kind of looks you around. And you are...
O's.
Okay. Makes
And
sense,
this is my
yes.
sister, as promised.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Well, sorry I look a little unkempt. I haven't been home in this entire time. I mean, I was kidnapped once, and I'd rather not be putting up the second time. Police ask too many questions. There's like a court date coming up.
Yes, legal matters are very understandable in that regard.
Yeah, I really don't want to be testifying at my ex's whole court thing, but whatever, that's life.
Just a very simple, well, I'll just ask it very simply. You certainly seem to remember me, but unfortunately there are interesting gaps that, well, I don't remember you.
Yeah, that's kind of on purpose. Shirawase really protects their secrets. And as I told Oz earlier, the last time we met, that I don't like the kind of personnel that Shirawase hires for these projects. I like to get my own, which means I have to look outside the normal channels. And that comes with the caveat that I need to do a little mind erasure. And so your gap is probably because those memories were locked out from some magic that an associate of mine used, so that you wouldn't remember what the facility was that you assisted us with, and so forth. I promise it's nothing harmful other than you just don't remember. But I certainly remember you.
Sense motive.
Yeah, no, she's taking a moment after getting her sundae a very large bite and another simple, I need this. Oh, 1 second. Let me go.
Find us. And did you find myself and my sister in the same place?
No. You two came separately, 2 different directions. Just the fates would happen that our roads all crossed at the same department.
So what directions were they?
Leith works at a church. I didn't get details on that. I'm not terribly religious myself, so I didn't ask too many questions about it. I was more focused on my work because I have deadlines. Or had deadlines. The project's kind of over for me.
Sorry about that, misclicked.
I was going to say, well, you just knock her out?
And then I came from...
You were passing through. You seem to be looking for someone or something. You seem to be having, well, I guess dreams is one way to put it, though I think for you it was more like visions of some past life, which, okay, reincarnation might be an interesting theory to study, and so brought you in for the Project Unity, and we had a lot of chats about this veil and these past life experiences. I mean, it's all just interesting stuff. Of course, I don't have my notes with me. It's all in my lab.
Okay. Well, you should be. One thing that then to ask is you should be able to, given that. Okay. Right. She takes a moment to sort of compose herself. Okay. can provide a name of the individual who blocked these memories, and you do have a total time frame of how much was blocked, yes?
Yes, of course. It's all in my notes. I can definitely. Well, I remember some of it off the top of my head. I can write down.
Please do.
Yeah, sure. She gets out a comlink, just kind of types out address and contact number of the mystic that she used to do the mind wiping. He is very reliable.
Third party, I hope, rather than a particularly corporate.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. That will make things a lot easier.
He's, like I said, I don't like the corporate suits that they hire for these kind of things. They're not great. They're just cheap because there's always a bottom line. So his services don't come easily, but I can vouch that he offers some of the best services in the entire city.
Okay. Thank you. This will prove invaluable. Is there anything else in other matters that you can speak of?
Like, what do you want to know? I can tell you everything. You want to know about my ex-husband? Is that what you're here for? Do you want to know Project Unity? What?
Well, as I said, just how to phrase this. She'll sort of think about this for a moment as she sort of digs in more on the mint. Very much enjoying the actual treat. Are there any other projects that you consulted with that you might be able to speak on that is relevant to us in your views? I guess is the best way of putting it.
Relevant to you? Well, I believe Oz mentioned a kirin that you are acquainted with.
Oz's hackles raise.
She was a young one. Nebula, I believe, was her name. That's what she went by.
And do you still have any attachment to her?
Oh, I don't have any attachment to her. However, I believe her parents are still in the holding facility at my lab. I don't have any use of them anymore, so I was wondering if you want them back.
Please.
Be appreciated.
Okay. I mean, are you just going to trust me to just go get them? I'd rather have some team come with me because, to be honest, me just walking into the facility to go grab them, walk out, they're probably going to kick my butt.
Well, as I said, let's give us a day to make sure about the proper arrangements, and we have a way we can reach you. So.
Yes. I also need you to stop by my house and grab a few things before I can get to the facility.
Okay, yeah.
If you wish protection for that, we can provide that as well.
I would love protection. I don't enjoy being kidnapped by the Yakuza and harassed
think
by
of it as a
officers.
practice run against your house before we do the real run against the lab.
Fair enough.
Okay, and she's going to be sort of, as the conversation's going, sort of filling this kind of information to those listening in as well. But with that, she's probably have gone through most of that, but thank her very much for the chance to talk and a chance to actually enjoy a needed treat. It's been a week she'll have used before as she goes to motion with those to sort of step away and make her way back to the rest of them to digest the news on matters.
Okay.
And give me an out-of-character reason to step away and get some dinner.
All right. Fair enough.
Oz does indeed follow Lisa's lead, changing similar to what Lisa's appearing in as they leave the door.
All right. So you reconvene with the others?
Huh. So she just has Nebi's parents, huh?
You don't believe her either, do you?
I would say that it's 80% likely to be bullshit. Yeah.
But what about that other 20%?
The polite form is trap. But this is a trap for Runner's Marine because there's a she's telling the truth.
All right. Look, the people who need to go in are the people with, combat experience. Because if this is a Megacorp trap, we're not going to get out of this by, talking nicely and hugs and rainbows. It's going to be as many bullets and or lasers to the brain and running as we can get. So we're going to want a small team. We're going to need a small team, somebody to drive, and a backup vehicle.
Yeah, that sounds like the 5 of us. 6 if Nebula wants to come along, and I wouldn't blame her for not wanting to.
There is no way we are taking Nebula to that lab. That's just not happening. Because it's entirely possible that, she does have the parents at the lab, but they're not exactly alive anymore. And I'm not sure letting a child walk in on 2 bound up corpses is a particularly great decision.
I can think of worse possibilities. If they can
so
do
can I.
Fair.
But I'd rather not.
Are you going to bother asking her?
Oz doesn't even know that she's back yet.
No, we're debating with Icebreaker what she's getting at Umasai.
Yeah.
Hey, back with some Alfredo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so thoughts, people?
Okay, so y'all go back to the hideout, or?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
we'll be. Yeah, we got what we came for,
Okay.
and we have a choice to make.
Yep.
Which also is Nebula there when Oz walks in the door.
I believe Nebula is there, as well as Icebreaker.
I think so. I imagine we would have managed to get to Umasai and back before all this finished.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Once Oz sees that Nebula sees him, Oz is just, Nebula, some of my memories have been taken.
Throws a thing of wasabi right down his throat.
He swallows it and tries to not to cry. Yeah, he manages not to cry too badly, although there's a few tears.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay. Some of my memories have been taken. I have reason to believe that I hurt you, but I have no idea how. Regardless, I apologize for it, whatever I did, and I do not want to know from context. It sounds like I really do not want to know whatever I did. I just need to make it right.
Sends it up his nose.
Let's not get a little.
Real sinus clearing right there.
Yeah.
He's probably looking a bit more oofed in matters. Leith would probably step in and go, Nebby, please. He does. Bless you.
I mean,
He does want to make things right, and he is sorry. So, please, okay?
One more. I was pretty mad.
Mm-hmm. I understand, and well, we've got to ask you a bit of an adult question here. I think.
Ask me a lot of questions that are adult, childlike, and all sorts of geriatric all the time. What is this any different?
Because this is something that it's your choice.
A lot of things are my choice, Leaf.
Mm-hmm. But this one especially, so she's going to look to the rest of them. You want me to say it, or do you guys want to take a go at it?
The doctor thinks she knows where your parents are.
Doctor says she knows where your parents are. Obviously, we worry that it's a trap.
Did she say names?
Not
Nope.
yet,
No.
but we can try to find out. And considering we've got two places to one place to take her for sure, and another maybe later. If you want us to ask, we can make sure they are or aren't your parents. But figured it's your choice here.
I wouldn't trust her to have even asked your parents' names.
If she knows my name, she knows their names.
Okay.
Fair.
This is your call here, Nebby. Do you want to do this?
Corona
Dragon.
Burst is dad. Galactic Tide is mom. She went by Gaily, though.
Okay.
Like I said in the text to you, she offers the information. Don't hand it to her.
We
Because
didn't.
then it's easy for her to just lie.
Yeah, we didn't though. She did bring this up herself. So it's. But do you want to go? It's. You don't have to if you don't want to, because I know this might be rough or challenging, but it's up to you.
I'm not giving myself hope because I've been living a really long time thinking that the explosion I set up kind of killed everyone. So going in negative means that if the opposite happens, you're pleasantly surprised, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Better to think the worst and have it not happen.
Yup. And if I already think they're dead, like I already thought they were, then I won't get hurt anymore about it.
There's a quiet nod. Okay. But do you still want to do this? If you don't, that's okay. We can try to find out.
Wait,
way or
do
the
I
other.
need to put wasabi down your throat too? Of course I want to go.
Well, I just wanted to make sure. Because this is one of those big kinds of decisions that sometimes it hurts no matter what you do.
Leaf, I blew up an entire Shirowase lab by myself. There's a lot of blood on my hooves and I don't care.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
And it might all be bullshit anyway. But just remember that if you don't want to go, no one's gonna, force you.
Worst case scenario, I get to blow up another Shirowase base.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a positive.
Yeah.
Like I said, the worst case scenario, I get to blow up another base.
Okay.
And just as a little side out of character thing, if we wanted to, keep Nebby out, looking at it, advanced morphic skin would technically allow me to attempt to look like Nebby. So,
match my size, sir.
it's up to a
And you
point.
can-
So I could look like an older Nebby just to confuse people.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure any of the disguise trio could look like an older Nebby if necessary.
I'd like to see that, though.
yeah, team comes in with 4 Nebulas.
At one point, this needs to happen. Maybe not now, but
Well,
eventually it's going to happen. I
If someone wants to spot me some credits, I can grab the advanced version. Because I figure, at the least, morphic skin will allow me to just, okay,
How much you
going
need?
on about 217.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's
Okay.
talk after session,
Is
but
it
Odin
armor?
is using
'Cause
his
I can
credits right
probably buy
now.
it with all the credits I have.
It's 2030 for the advanced version.
Oh, I could even buy that and still have credits. Oh, that's tempting.
Anyway, when the discussion dies down, Oz says, "Yeah, so long as I'm apologizing, I should also apologize for trying to use those donuts to trick you into math."
I think the silence speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how to count.
Yeah, I've been teaching you how to count
I have
bullets.
2,948 credits. I made 140 credits off eBay selling paintings that a phoenix made to some chump on the interweb.
Very good.
A chump on the interweb, you said.
I don't need school. How many kids my age you know are able to swindle a guy with paintings that a phoenix made in a day?
I'm disappointed that you only got
Looks a
140
smirk.
out of it.
You want to take this one?
First time. I wrote it wrong. I couldn't take it back without it looking weird.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable. But you definitely didn't give anything away address wise. You pinned it all on
No.
someone else.
The address goes to Madame Mimi because it's scorched. Duh.
Ah, the girl.
See, I'm not dumb. Duh. Come on, guys. You make you guys look like the stupid children.
You know, we can still send you to your room, right?
I can't because I got out of that room.
I cannot
Yeah,
be
let's not
asked
loop
rolling
back.
I can't be asked rolling the check to try and get her in.
Fight me, butt.
Wow, okay.
We are probably going to have to maglock that door.
That's no. For like 1,000 reasons, no.
All right.
Like I understand that Nevi can be a handful / hoofful sometimes,
I'm talking
but
about the front door, not her door.
You make it seem like that's going to stop me.
No, but at least buy us a couple seconds before you're through the door.
So just get out a window.
Oh boy.
But I guess we're all in agreement. We're gonna go do the thing with the doctor without. Actually, why am I saying without? With lots and lots of extreme violence.
Why you
Actually,
sound
yes.
like that you're not entirely enthused to be bringing lethal harm to some Shirawase goons?
Because the trip over is going to be a pain in the ass, I assume.
The trip
That's gonna take all
over
the
is
fun
always
out
a
of it.
pain in the ass. That's why we have catharsis.
Oh, on the upside, depending on how things go, we maybe get a chance to steal something else, so it's a nice vehicle.
Upgrade while we're at it, right?
Hey, what happened to the limo? Do we
It
still
got
have
taken
that?
back.
Oh, lame.
Yep.
We need to get
Now,
a limo.
Nebula,
they would have
Hey,
tracked
well-
it to the base. So probably
Track
probably
every
needed to.
stuff from Shirawase to the base.
Now, Nebula, you're coming up. You want to come on the raid on the lab? Great. We are going to visit her house first, and it might be a good idea for you to stay back because the
I ain't
bathroom may
going
be.
to see her.
Well, good. I was
She's
going to say
not
because
gonna
the bathroom may be teal.
She's not going to be at her house. Remember, she said she hasn't been there this
Right,
entire
right.
time.
No.
because she's
We were
afraid.
escorting her to do a quick raid on her house.
Yes.
Right, and Oz is trying to talk Nebula out of that, and Nebula didn't want to go anyway. Precisely because the bathroom may be teal.
On the off chance, huh?
Yeah.
We were all in agreement about that bathroom. I want to
Yeah.
remind you.
It's like the
Wasn't it a
only time
grenade?
we've all been in agreement on basically anything. Because, yeah, screw that bathroom.
Also,
We
wasn't
love
it
you, Digo.
wasn't it a grenade that did it? Not Nebby. Nebby torched the
No.
rest of the house.
I'm trying. I
Yeah,
remember,
yeah. I
at
threw
least
a
living in
grenade.
the
I threw a
kitchen.
fire grenade through the window.
Yep. Grenade did it.
Y'all
I
blaming me
started
for
the
stuff
game
I
with the
didn't.
grenade and used it in the first session, then just never bought another one.
Now let me guess. I always have been given this warning: when we get to the house, it's going to be worse, lime green or something.
Man, you guys haven't seen the house. You're already passing judgment here.
Ouch.
We know its owner.
Can we say bubblegum pink?
Actually, Digo, how much would a limo be if we just wanted to straight up buy one?
To buy one?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're looking at least $100,000.
Yeah,
Those are
fuck
not
that. We're
cheap.
gonna go
Okay,
steal
vehicle
one.
check. Let me look through the vehicle section. You guys start planning the raid.
It looks like a stretch limousine is roughly 3 to 4 times the cost of a regular car. Very
That's
expensive.
so expensive.
Yeah.
What'd you say that thing was called, Dread?
Hold on. I switched out from that. Give me a sec.
Is it light armor?
Morphic skin.
Morphic skin is a biomod.
Oh, lame.
I should say Magitech augmentation, to be precise.
Lame.
But there
And
is, some that allow you to disguise, and, stealth-wise. This one was just, I can basically, as needed, flip my colors and just be someone else with a different voice if we need a throwaway identity.
Wherever else would we get those?
Why did she give me a crystal?
Well, let's put
this
it
guy's
this
a
way.
Nebby too.
Just like a full group of nebbies.
Yeah, 6 nebulas.
Oh, that's right.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, the doppelganger is it's level 6 for 4.4, but it does give you the +10 to disguise checks,
Mhm.
to change forms, and pass biometric security.
Hey.
That's a good bonus.
So yeah, one of you actual disguisers can use that. I just want the ability to change skin and fully confuse people.
I think you can do that
You
without
confuse
changing
people
skin.
already. That's just natural.
Anywho, shall we away to the house?
Yep. Let us go.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So you get the address of where she used to stay. Who knows? Let's see. Where is it? Dr. Bunsen's last residence. Okay. The residence you reach is a small 2-bedroom apartment in Seattle's downtown district. The apartment itself is on the 4th floor. And it's just a small 2-bedroom, 1 bath, little place. She gives you the code to get in. When you walk in, it does look like no one's been here for, a few weeks. Everything looks lightly dusted and just kind of left where it was. And Dr. Bunsen does text you that you do need to grab her lab coat, her badge, and the keys to her car, so you can take the car.
What type of car does she have?
It's nothing special. It's kind of a small, 2-door, with the little bucket seats in the back. Think like a hatchback kind of vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So something just slightly larger than what Nivix drives.
Yeah.
Well, we could always use another car.
What if we just took all of these terrible small cars and combined them into one large supercar?
Well, then you're in an episode of Transformers.
Or Voltron.
Can we?
Because
Look how that's your next question. Can we? Okay.
Oz's car forms ahead because it's intended to be the main thing that others depart out of.
I do not know how to parse that sentence you just said. I'm sorry.
If you need a carrier, the car Oz has been building up can be that. Like if you want to mod it to have a couple motorcycles in the back that fall out and can come back in.
Oh, okay.
we really need to get more motorcycles.
Motorcycles with ponies is such a weird image.
It's so great though.
It works with like griffins, but I'm just like ponies for whatever reason is just like this seems off. I feel the same way about ponies on bicycles.
All right.
Hey,
so-
with Pegasi, because of the whole wing thing, you sort of get the propulsion, but still like the kind of flight thing for turning and shifting.
Mm-hmm.
We don't question pony physics.
I do. It's just not really helpful. Anyway, Digo, we keep interrupting you.
When you pass by the kitchen, there is a digital frame on the counter, and as you pass by it, it senses motion, so the picture frame turns on and starts cycling through 3 photos that it was programmed into it. The first photo is Dr. Bunsen, who is a pink unicorn with golden yellow mane. She's there with Dr. Shores, and they seem to be laughing with cream pies smeared on their faces. The location looks like it's somewhere in Walt Whitney World.
That
Gross
hurts on so
romance.
many levels. Bravo.
Second picture is Dr. Bunsen with a filly-aged Arista on her lap, celebrating Arista's 5th birthday. There's a digital signature that reads, "Congrats on beating the odds. With love, Dr. Klein." The third picture looks like an office party somewhere in Shirawase, because you can see the Shirawase logo on a wall in the background. And looks like some drinking was had, because you see Dr. Shore kind of giving a surprise cheek kiss to Dr. Bunsen. And Dr. Bunsen looking completely flustered about that. And it just cycles through those until you pass by. Eventually it'll turn itself off and start back on when the next person walks by it.
For note, Oz is looking like Arista for this particular op.
Okay.
Do not, please.
If Nebula asks him not to, then he'll be some other random changeling.
Okie dokie. Let's see, the master bedroom where most of her stuff is. You see on the nightstand, there's one of those macaroni arts and crust projects. You know how it goes with kids. Looks like 2 vaguely pony shapes, a mother and a daughter, kind of macaronied together. That's a verb now.
It is.
It's always been a verb.
Yes. Okay, very good. And there is a computer in the master bedroom on the little desk in the corner. But you do find the keys, the badge, and the lab coat. So you do collect those 3 items.
Is it a laptop or is it like a desktop?
The computer is a laptop.
Okay. Should we take it?
Let's
Go
take it.
through it first.
Let's give the ones over to see if there's like any location trackers or other bad ideas to move it.
Okay, give me a check.
Kind of check.
Computers.
That's what I
26.
assume. A successful computers check, probably.
Yep. On a 26, you find somebody placed a bug tracker underneath the laptop. You managed to pull that out. And you could just leave that on the desk there. Nobody will be the wiser. So laptop is now clean.
And making sure to use glove or handkerchief or something to make contact with the bug tracker.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ols holds it up and Nivix, care to double check me, please?
All right.
And found one bug. There may be more.
Well, I got a 21 on that.
Okay.
Not as-
That's respectable. You do not find any other bug trackers or anything on that laptop. You are confident that taking it, no one's going to follow you through that laptop.
Ols
I mean,
carefully checks down the power cord and all the other peripherals he's taking with to make sure nothing's there too before taking it all.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just the power cord.
Now is the time to be paranoid.
Yeah, as I say, it's like, you guys are the ones taking this. I didn't force you.
I know.
Go through it.
Through
Yeah,
it somewhere where we're not under active danger right now. Once he has the computer, Oz exits and waits for the rest of the party outside.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
It's better for it to be tracked here than anywhere else.
We can just throw it out the window if necessary.
Right. Any place else in this apartment you're gonna shuffle through, or we got everything
What's
we
the
want?
bathroom look like?
Bathroom is a cream color.
Oh,
Boring.
that's
Yeah,
We can leave.
basic toilet, shower, sink, toilet.
We
seat.
dodged the teal.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. If there's anything we need.
Some bathrooms have learned to disguise themselves from predators.
Is there a room that looks like it might have been for Arista?
Yes, that's the second bedroom. It is. Looks like it was for a small child, and looks like almost everything has been left that way for some time. You can see it's got a small child bed for someone who's like, not even a teenage yet. There's like a little. There's two posters on the wall still there. One is of DJ Boombox. The other's of the Technotronic band Master Boot Record.
Nice.
I even got
So-
the band names if you want that.
So the bed is Nebby sized. Got it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, there's a little.
Can
Hmm?
can we figure out how long it was since it was used?
How long it was since it was used. You're gonna guess, given the age of some of the pictures and posters and stuff there, assuming that the child kept things up to date as they lived in it, it's been almost a decade since someone's used this room.
Culture roll on that boombox poster. I do not keep up with him.
No, but a 15 would give you enough to get the same kind of guess of that's about a decade old poster.
Makes sense. Okay.
It's when he started into his DJing in the shadows.
Must resist urge to swipe vintage poster from child.
You ain't a child anymore. Take it.
Nah, I don't think Icebreaker would do that.
I'll take it.
Okay, out we go, Nebby.
I think we've got enough stuff, probably.
I feel like we should just find something really annoying to steal. Like, we just take all our teaspoons and then just leave.
Oh, no. Leave
That sucks.
something.
Looks like the kitchen sink might be priable, you know?
I did not
No,
have
no,
4
you don't-
teapots before today.
You don't want to take anything big. You just want to take something small that's easily replaceable, but just annoying.
I was gonna, magnet a bill for services rendered to the fridge.
You take digital pictures. That's something they can't replace.
Who stole all my butter?
Okay, but is there
No,
milk in the fridge?
Look, I got it. Find a picture of Dr. Bunsen's grandmother and take it because it is the one thing that can't be replaced.
Just like go around and just turn every picture frame upside down and just leave.
All right. Well, the milk is about a week expired, so it's starting to separate. There is butter there if you want to take that. No pictures of Dr. Bunsen's grandmother.
No, but the frames are going to get all the pictures are going to get tilted 5 degrees.
Okay, all the pictures are now tilted. No one's stopping
Oh my
you.
god, that's so much worse.
4 degrees.
Yeah. Poor Leaf.
And one's tilted 4 degrees in the other direction.
All right.
Okay.
Can I check if that picture frame we passed by earlier, whether or not it has a tracker on it?
Go ahead.
That's bad.
You don't
Icebreaker's
see a tracker on it.
Icebreaker's gonna ask if someone else can check.
You don't see anything.
Sorry, mental image of us with like a bunch of slide rulers, just trying to figure out the
no
perfect
trackers.
angle to like fuck with the picture frames.
All right. And to clarify, this is not like one of those Wi-Fi enabled photo frames, right?
Correct. You got to hook it up to a computer or a comm link to upload or download the pictures.
Okay, good. In that case, it'll be harder to track it instead of one of those Wi-Fi things. So Icebreaker will take it to give to Dr. Bunsen so she can at least have those
Okay.
if she's not going to be at home for a while.
Nah,
you
she's a
download what's
monster.
on
She
it to make
deserves
sure
nothing.
Nothing's like hidden on it.
Nothing you can find, no.
I wonder if you can actually just upload like random file types to it.
I'm just imagining, have it cycle like 4 to 5 times normally, and just Nebby making a face like the face on the photocopier.
No, it's her giving the bird because this lady doesn't deserve nice things. She's a monster.
I can see Nebula holding up her hoof and Scorch is on there with this like defiant pose.
Yes.
Hitting the bird. Okay, well, let's not keep Leaf waiting.
So what you do,
Yeah.
right, is you get this picture frame, and then every time it cycles, it desaturates the image just a touch every time. See how long it takes them to notice.
Let's not do that. Let's just leave the frame alone.
Man, you were asked to pick up a couple things, and you guys here are just incomplete.
Listen,
Have we ever been somewhere and not rated it?
listen, this lady is not a good person. You're expecting me to be nicer? No.
Well, it's not about being nice; it's just coming, doing the business, and going. But you guys are like going the extra mile.
I'm in no promises. You see my name on that line? I don't think so.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. All right.
We
Wait,
get the
okay.
stuff. We do our dumb stuff. We get back to the car.
Okay. Who's driving? Doctor. What?
Oh,
I'm
but it's a
driving.
big car than Oz is. And he's just tapping his hooves on the dashboard as he waits for everybody else to finish raiding and finally get back out there.
Okay. All right. You guys going back to home base?
Oh, poor Leaf.
What?
Does unless anyone else points out has a other place to head off to.
Leaf, do you need a drink?
I'll make one when I get home. I'll make one when I get home.
Just get one now. I have 140 credits.
Leith,
Leith, if you'll allow me to be extremely blunt here, this thing you're doing ain't healthy, and I'm not talking about just repressing your rage. None of us asked you to take care of us. You do not have to put this stress on your shoulders, okay?
Also, dude, just go to a bar, seriously.
Leaf, when the kid's telling you to go get a drink, that means something.
Look at the mix, whatever, and just down the hatch with it before passing it back.
Oh,
Fair
no,
enough.
no. That's not a drink. That's a blunt.
Well,
okay.
Well, no, keep going. Keep going.
No,
Think of
you've eaten this blunt, now lie with it.
Go with it.
Oh my.
To you to medicate
Point
my
it's
sister.
whatever. She's just going to.
The party doctor, that's who.
All right. You got the stuff, you got the car, you drive it back. So now you just have to contact Dr. Bunsen to meet up to go to the facility. So you can set that up at your leisure.
Make sure to go through the computer in a Faraday cage shielded room, which he is certain that Nivix has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the back room. It's basically reinforced in case we need to make explosives and Faraday cage lined.
Right. So this is definitely the one, and depending on what Oz finds, it may become the other.
Hmm.
What does Oz find on the computer?
All right. So we crack the computer.
I assume you want to check?
You guys don't really have any how should I put this? You're at your home base with the computer, you got tools, you got like at least 3 of you who could put your heads together to crack a password. It's not Fort Knox. You can break into the computer and get the files. We'll skip the needless rolling on that one.
Okay.
But the laptop's filled with files and documents and photos. Seems to be something of part personal computer, part backup with some of Dr. Bunsen's personal work at Shirawase.
Okay. Priority on finding any notes she has on anyone in the party. We know she has info on 3 of us, and Oz is looking for info on the rest just in case.
Okay, so I'll fast forward to that. Project Unity, they were putting together the first tests. They have their military subjects ready to go for the surgeries. Leith was brought in from the outside as a mysticism expert that Dr. Bunsen needed in order to work out some magical theories about this project, because how does this communication from one implant to the other work? Because this telepathy is something that just is completely new to the whole science thing. So she's thinking it might be magic, and Leith worked to help on that. Couldn't really find a pure magical source about it. Kind of thinks it's something changeling related, and that was kind of an inconclusive conclusion to that study. Leith was paid for her services. She signed a waiver and document, got that part of her memory wiped out by the professional, and she went on her way back to her life and wasn't bothered since. Oz was volunteered for the Unity project because it was money. They did have a lot of soldiers, but they needed a few outside people. So he tried for the project, went under some tests and such like that. Dr. Shores came in to do some of her work too. And Dr. Bunsen seemed to enjoy a lot of Oz's talks about this veil. And it got Bunsen thinking about reincarnation. She was never one who was really spiritual in any way. But Oz kind of got her thinking about things and wondered, So she started asking questions that she couldn't answer to herself about any kind of faith. When Oz went under the last tests before Unity was installed, he had bad reactions. Turns out, apparently, the same bad reaction happened to all the changelings that volunteered for the project. So apparently Unity is not compatible with changelings for some reason. So, guess no telepathy for changelings. Oh well. Oz kind of had a pretty bad reaction memory-wise. It took her and her team a little bit to actually do a little bit of surgery and try to best unscramble some of the things that the project did. He was paid for his services and put on a bus to Mexico. And hopefully he doesn't come back and sue. Similar circumstances with the other changelings. They were kind of helped out and then just kind of, here's some money, put them on a bus. Okay, somebody else's problem. Great, next thing. So that's that. Nebula is on a different project. And here's a fun, interesting thing. You pull up some personal files on Dr. Bunsen. Turns out she is not originally a unicorn. She is a kirin who's undergone a lot of surgery to look unicorn. She did a lot of that to hide from her ex-husband, Mr. Sudoku Roshi, who...
Wait, what? I just the ex-husband. And it's like, well...
You didn't get that from the multiple earlier times it was mentioned?
I must have missed them.
It's slightly subtle, but, it's there if you're listening. Yeah. Dr. Bunsen was married for a short time to Sudoku Roshi. And Sudoku really wanted to have a son. But the thing is, Kirins can't really have children with ponies because they're genetically not compatible. So, what Dr. Bunsen did is she got her friend Dr. Klein at Shirawasi's biotech department, and they sort of did some gene editing on some basic cells, sort of like they were trying to do a clone of Dr. Bunsen, but they did change out a lot of the DNA structure on one side to give it that kick to make it a daughter instead. And so Arista was born that way, as a laboratory baby. This was not without its genetic defects. However, Dr. Klein did his best to mitigate what he could. And Arista, for the most part, was a fairly happy child. Sudoku was not happy at all with a daughter, so that ended a messy divorce. Dr. Bunsen changed her looks from Kirin to unicorn, used Shirawasi's protective services to go into hiding. Arista, of course, was too young to undergo the same surgical procedures, but with Dr. Shores' help, Dr. Klein, and Dr. Chandler, the four of them were kind of like a funny little family for Arista. And they actually turned out to be not bad for each other, if they're all still messed up in their own ways. Eventually, Sudoku gave up on looking for him. And Shirawase wanted to do research on Kirin, being interested in Dr. Bunsen's background. So in order to keep the project from going really way out there, Dr. Bunsen volunteered to lead the project. And Dr. Bunsen started to kidnap fellow Kirin from her little village, which happened to be Nebula's hometown.
Are there coordinates?
She did not want to list the coordinates here for personal reasons. She feels she's pretty much exiled herself when she went through with leading this project. She also tries to tell herself that it could have been somebody worse that would have killed Kirin for science. She tried to do her best to maim them at worst. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest.
So Oz is alone in the room with the computer. He, making sure he's not breaching a path to the outside, he pokes his head out. Smirk, could you come here for a moment, please? I have something to show you.
Digo, I have
what's up?
one question.
Sure.
Even though this is pretty meta of me, because I'm not in that room. Does it list another name for Dr. Bunsen?
It does not. Dr. Bunsen.
It just uses Dr. Bunsen.
Does use Dr. Bunsen because she doesn't want to be found out what her original identity was. Mostly
Gotcha.
for protection from Sudoku.
Yep, no worries.
This information eventually, it's just Oz wants to reveal it to Smirk first.
Okay. Smirk gets this info.
Woo. And it's just, Smirk, what words do we use to tell her about this? And also, do you want to beat Dr. Bunsen up to get these coordinates so we can get Nebby home?
I mean, I'm always happy to beat up Dr. Bunsen, to be honest.
Yikes.
I have zero qualms about that. To answer your other question, you just tell her she's made her point very clear that she can handle this, so we just tell her.
Then we will. And we are agreed on Dr. Bunsen then. Thank you.
Provided I get to punch people, yes.
I'm assuming Nivix will at least be, the check to see if this is possible with the, notes that were used.
For all this, and then there's one more check Oz does before he goes out and tells everyone what he just saw. And the one more check is, does this computer have anything on Smirk, Ice, or Nivix? He's hoping not.
Okay. Nivix, the genetic information is possible if you have the cutting edge technology.
No. Does this computer, does Dr. Bunsen's notes have anything on any of those three?
Oh. Those, no.
Okay, good. Now Ozen goes and tells everyone.
Yeah, and it was more just as the, double checking and, looking at this because he is the okay, you're the closest thing we've got to an impartial expert on this. And he will be making a few comments in Dragonic about, he's making notes based off of it. You're not quite sure what.
Okay.
So we asked Nivix, are these surgeries and changes in genetic stuff actually possible? Oz is pretty sure they are.
And from what you were saying, Digo, looks like yes with cutting edge tech.
Yep. If you had the resources of a mega corporation, you could do this.
Yes. Though no doubt there are downsides to the hybridization process. And he's just muttering half in common, half in the Dragonic as he's, writing shorthanded notes on this. But basically, it's what happens when you do hybridization, likely sterile. So.
All right. So last things you can find on there, two things. One, there is a death certificate for Arista. And the notes on that is that when Arista was about 9 years old, Dr. Bunsen was driving home from work with her child. It was raining really hard, and a self-driving semi-truck lost control, collided with them. Arista was killed instantly on the impact. Dr. Bunsen was distraught for quite some time, but eventually went back to her work. The other thing is one of the last things she was working on. She was moving Kirin to facilities far outside Shirowase's reach. Seems like she was trying to get them lost in the system so they can get released. And there's like lists of names and numbers, some addresses of facilities. And because Nebula mentioned her parents' names, you do see them on the list. And it shows that as of last time this list was updated, which was quite some time ago, they are currently at the Shirowase Fort Lewis Research Hospital.
Was that the one we were going to be raiding?
If you had asked her where it is, yes, that would be the place that she would mention.
We've raided her house. Presumably we have the address we're going to next, so we can start preparing.
Okay, well, you now have confirmation as far as this computer is concerned.
Okay.
All right, any other questions? No?
Oh, I can think of.
Okay.
So Oz will have Nivix give it a go, and then ask the party if it's okay to get the computer back to Dr. Bunsen once we're sure we've got all of our info off of it.
Hey, I do have one good question.
Sure.
Why does everything taste pink?
Notes. If that's an in-character question, then Nivix just makes the notes for the next batch.
Let's make it just.
He's basically, it's like, okay, so this is how it reacts to changelings, sort of thing.
I couldn't resist that one in character.
That was good. It was good. That's a good way to wrap it up. So we'll go ahead and stop. Huh?
I was going to add one thing, because if they're going to contact Dr. Bunsen again, Nevi's going to ask one thing if they've all brought up that information to everyone.
Nebula's been briefed on everything O's found.
She's going to request they add one last thing to whatever message they sent, and it's like, tell your real name.
Oz passes it along as, and Nebula wants to know your real name.
No.
He shows it to the group before he sent the text, just to make sure that the group was okay with him saying this.
Don't phrase it like that. Don't say it's her asking, because that's like, oof.
Well,
But
yeah.
Just say I asked.
It's almost.
Oz deletes Nebula and adds Nivix. Yeah.
It's almost like when you don't ask what caused the problem last time, you are bound to repeat it.
Almost like he doesn't remember what happened last time.
Mm-hmm. And decided not to learn.
No memories, nothing to learn from.
You explicitly earlier this session was like, I know I screwed up, but I don't want you to tell me how I screwed up.
Even after I threatened to shoot you.
Like, it's almost like when you don't try to figure out how you screwed up, you are likely to do the same thing again.
Oh, dear.
Show the text to the others and edit it when the objection was raised.
All right. You go ahead and you get rid of that. Okie dokie. All right. So when you do contact Dr. Bunsen and you ask for her real name, there's a significant length of time before she responds, but she does eventually respond, and responds as Corona Borealis.
It's just going to show that response to Nebula straight.
I'm gonna be family friendly right now.
You know that name, kid?
Yup, I know that name.
You want to clue the rest of us in?
Well, the note stuff from the computer already said it. She was from our village. I wanted to know who she was. So that if I do see her, which I really don't want to do, she's not running from it behind Dr. Bunsen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fair, I guess.
I have my
Alright.
list.
So when we get together next time, we're going to raid a facility and rescue some parents.
Hey,
Woo. All right, Spud, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
All
Go
right.
ahead
then.
and yep.
Yeah. Oh. Wow, that was an edgy one. All
I've had
right.
some lighthearted moments.
Thank you for listening to our Spudventures. If you like what you heard, you can find more at youtube.com/newbiespud or wherever you get your fine podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, etc. We aim to live stream these games every Sunday around 2 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/newbiespud. If you want to keep up with this and other projects I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter at newbiespud. And if you want to support my ability to produce more content like this, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/newbiespud. /newbiespud. I can enunciate. See you next time with the third and final session of The Blood Virulent.